Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 9 math. So we're going to start with chapter measurement. And the lessons we're going to cover from each chapter are problems involving composite shapes and the Pythagorean theorem. So let's just start with the lesson with problem involving composite shapes. Okay, here it is. The lesson. You can determine the area or parameter of a geometric shapes by decomposing it to simpler shapes whose formula you know, right? That means if you are given with the complex figure, what you have to do, you have to divide the figure into smaller shapes. The shapes you already know how to solve them, right? And then you can solve the shapes. Okay, here is the practice questions. Let's start with question number 3. Calculate the area of the shaded, calculate the shaded area of each figure. So you have to just calculate the area of shaded region, right? You have to calculate the area of the triangle first, right? Then you have to subtract the area of two right triangles, this one and this one. Let's start with question number 3. Let's just calculate the area of rectangle, right? That would be length time width. Area of 8 times 18, I think. 144, right? Okay, that is the area of the whole figure, complete figure, right? You have to now subtract the area of two right triangles, this one and this one, right? We know that the area of right triangle would be length. If you can see, this is exactly the midpoint, right? The length from here to here is 9, and from here to here is 9. This is 9 and 8, this is 9 and 8, right? You can solve the triangle 8 times 9 over 2 for both the triangles because they are exactly same. It would be area equals 8 times 9 over 2, right? 8 times 9 is 72 and 72 over 9 is 36. So the area of the shaded region is area of the rectangle subtract area of two right triangles, right? So the area of rectangle is 144 and two right, the two triangles are exactly same. They have the same area, right? It would be then 144 minus 144 minus 72. It would be 72. That means the area of the shaded region is 72, right? It would be 72. Okay, let's just look at the second one. You have to calculate the area of the shaded region. How do you calculate the area of the shaded region? You can divide this area into the shaded. You have to calculate the area of this square and then the rectangle, right? So area of the square is area of this portion is this one, just this portion. Would be length time height, right? 5 times 6, that is 30. Now just look at the, this one is 6 and this one we know that 5 for the triangle, right? Calculate the area of triangle, it would be 6 times 5 over 2. That means 30 over 2 is 15. So the area of shaded region is, you have to just add these both areas, 30 plus 15. That means the area of shaded region is 45, right? Okay, for this one, we have a square, right? The area of square is, no, this line divides into two triangles. You can calculate the area of two triangles, right? And all the four sides are exactly same. These two sides are exactly same. You can calculate using the right angle triangle. They both are right angle triangle, right? If this is A, then this is A. They both are exactly same. So it would be C square equals A square plus B square, right? You can have the value of C, that is 4.8. It would be 4.8 square, and because the both the heights are same, it would be A square plus A square. So 4.8 square equals 2A square. So 4.8 square is 4.8 times 4.8, that is 23.04 divided by the 2, 23.04 divided by 2, and then you have to take the square root. It would be A equals 3.39, right? That is the value of this sides, right? This is the area of, this is A is 3.39, that is the length of all four sides of the square, right? You can calculate the area of square now. Area of square is 3 point s square, that means 3.39 square, that would be 11 point something, 11.52. That means now you have to subtract the area of square out of the area of circle. Area of circle is A equals pi r square. You are given diameter 4.8, right? So 4.8 divided by 2 is, hold on, 4.8 divided by 2 is 2.4. That would be pi r square. So 2.4 times 3.14. That means the area of the circle is 7.5. So just subtract the area of square out of the area of circle, you will get the area of the shaded region, right? Let's just look at the D part. You have to calculate the area of shaded region, area of this triangle, and then these two sides, right? You can calculate the area of rectangle and then you can subtract the area of two triangles, right? Okay, let's just start with question number 4. Calculate the area and parameter of the shape. For the parameter, you have to add all the side lengths, right? So that means you can divide the figure into two like this, a triangle and a rectangle. Calculate the area and parameter of the shape. Okay, that means it is 5.6, 5.6 and 3.8 you are given, right? One, two, three. They have this one also 5.6 and you have to calculate these two sides, right? We just know the height of this one. So the parameter would be, let me just write it down on board. The parameter would be 3 times 5.6 because 3 of the sides are 5.6 and the two missing sides you have to calculate 2 times the missing side x, right? So let's just calculate the missing side. You can apply the Pythagorean theorem, right? This way you can make a right angle triangle here, right? So this side, these two sides are half of the 5.6. That means 3.8 and 3.8 this one. Let's just calculate the area of the right angle triangle. Let's just solve the right angle triangle first, right? It would be c square equals 3.8 square and plus 5.6 over 2 square, right? It would be then c equals 4.72. So you can just put it here and calculate the parameter. That would be 3 times 5.6 plus 2 times 4.72. So when you add, it makes 26.24, right? So you have to calculate the area of both the shapes and then you have to add. The area of square is 5.6 square. That would be 31.36. And the area of right angle triangle is a times h over 2. It would be 5.6 times 3.8 over 2. So let's just calculate. It would be 10.64. So for the area of total figure, you just have to add both the areas, area of square and area of triangles, right? It would be 31.36 plus 10.64. It would be 42. So the correct the parameter is 26 and the area is 42, right? Okay. Calculate the area of and parameter of regular polygon, right? Let's just start with the question number 5. A. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. That means that is an octagon, right? So that means you can divide the octagon into 8 into triangles by connecting all the vertices to the center of the polygon. We can then find the area of polygon by finding the area of 8 triangles and then adding them up, right? So we can find the area of triangle using the formula a times height over 2. Then it would be question number 5a. That is an 8-sided polygon, right? And we can calculate the area of the 8-sided polygon by making we can divide the shape into triangles by connecting all the vertices to the center of the polygon, right? We can then find the area of polygon by finding the area of 8 triangles, right? It would be area equals 8 times the area of the triangles, right? Let's just calculate the area of the triangle. You can calculate the area of triangle by using the formula that is a times height over 2. So the sides is 34 and it is 41. So it would be 34 times 41 over 2. So when you multiply, it would be 697, right? That is the area of one triangle. You have to calculate the area of polygon. It would be 8 times 697, that is 5576, right? You have to do exactly the same thing for the polygon C and polygon D, right? Polygon C, B has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. That means you can divide it into 6 triangles, right? So you have to follow exactly the same method I did for A part. And then for C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C has 5 sides. That means it can make 5 triangles, right? Okay. Let's just look at question number 6. Copy this shape and divide it into simpler polygons. Calculate the area of shape. Explain your thinking. You can divide this shape into this one and this one. But they are not, they are trapezoids. You can divide the shape into 3 trapezoids, right? Then you can calculate the area of the trapezoid and then you have to add them, right? This one and this one is exactly same, isn't it? Just this one is different. Let's just calculate the area of trapezoid. The area of trapezoid is the area of trapezoid is half the product of two different side lengths with the height of the trapezoid, right? It would be a times b over 2 times h. So a plus b, not a times 2. It would be 5.6 plus 2.3 over 2, and the height of the trapezoid is 4.6. Let's just calculate the value. It is 18.17 centimeter square, right? That the area of the two 1 and 2 same trapezoids is 2 times 18.17, and that equals 36.34. Now we have to calculate the area of the middle one trapezoid, right? Because this one have the different values, it would be then 5.7, 3.8. Okay, 5.7 plus 3.8 over 2, and the height of the trapezoid is 5.6. So when you solve, the value is 26.6 centimeter square. So for the total one, the area of the total figure, you have to add these two areas, 36.34 and plus 26.6. The correct option is 62.94 centimeter square. So basic concept is, whenever you have a complex figure, can divide the figure into simpler portions, solve the simpler figures, and then add up all the areas, right? Okay, you can do question number 6 by yourself. Question number 9. Calculate the area and parameter of the shape. Explain what you did. Okay, you can see we can divide it like this. This one and this one. This one and this one. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can divide this shape into two regular hexagons, right? And you have a square midway. So the area of the shape would be the area of the two hexagons and the area of the square, right? So the area of square is, this one is 14, then this one is also 14. Let's just calculate the square of area first. That it has the sides 14. Area of square is 14 square, that is 196. Now you have to calculate the area of polygons. The area of polygons would be a times h over 2. So that is a six-sided polygon. That means there you have six of the triangles, right? It would be then 6 times a times h over 2. 2 times 1 is 2, 3 is 6. It would be 3 times a and h. So that is 3. A is 14 and height is 12.2. 12.12. So when you do calculations, it would be 509.04. So the area of the total figure is, you have to add 2 times the area of polygon, hexagon, and then you have to add the area of the square. So when you add, it would make 1214.08 centimeter square, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself today. Let's just move on to 8.3, that is the Pythagorean theorem. The Pythagorean theorem describes both a numerical and a geometrical relationship between the three sides of the triangle, right? Let's do the practice questions. Calculate the missing length. Okay, the first one is you have to calculate the missing length. First of all, you have to solve the right angle triangle. You can find the base of the bigger triangle that has the measurements 17 and 8, right? Just solve this triangle first. This one, this one, and this one. You have this one and this one, but we don't know the height length of this one. The whole one is 21, but not the red portion, right? You can solve using Pythagorean theorem. 17 and 8 you are given, you have to calculate the base. So just use the Pythagorean theorem and calculate the value. 17 square equals 8 square plus b square. Move it other side, it would be b square equals 17 square minus 8 square. 17 square is 289 minus 64, so it would be 225. That means b is 15, right? So that means you have now this measurement. This one is 15, so then 21 minus 15 is 6. You have 6 now. You have the height of the triangle and base. Now you can calculate the this side by using Pythagorean theorem. You can use, right, 8 and 6 you can calculate. You can do c square equals 6 square plus 8 square. 36 plus 64, that makes 100. So c equals 10. So that means the missing side is 10, right? So this one is 10, right? Okay, left for the b part, what you have to do? You have to calculate the missing side for the b part, right? It makes a right angle triangle. But you have to calculate this side. You just have to find this length. The whole length is 40, right? Because you have to side this side. So for this side you need to calculate the length of this one. Okay, here you have 13 and 12. Let's just apply the Pythagorean theorem and find the length of this side for the smaller triangle, right? That would be then 13 square equals 13 square equals 12 square plus b. 169 minus 144 equals b. 25 it is. That means b equals 5, right? So that means if this one is 5, then this one is the rest of 35. Now you have this one and this one. Just apply the Pythagorean theorem and you can find the missing side, right? Let's just apply. It would be 35 and 12. C square equals 35 square minus 12 square. So it would be 1225 minus 144, and that makes 37. That means C equals 37. So the missing side is 37, right? Okay. The next one is question number 4. A path is being constructed between the corners of school playground. Determine the length of the path. You have two sides of the given. You just have to calculate the hypotenuse, right? Just apply the Pythagorean theorem because you have to calculate this one, right? Simply apply the Pythagorean theorem and calculate the missing side length, right? It would be c square equals a square plus b square, 48 and 36. 48 square plus 36 square. That would be 60. That means the length of this side is 60, right? Determine the area of each square. You have to calculate the area of all three squares, right? For two of them, you know the side lengths. You have to calculate the side length of C and then you can calculate the area of C also. You can calculate the side length of C by applying Pythagorean theorem. It would be C square equals 42 square plus 40 square. 42 times 42 and 4 times 4 is 16, 1600. 1764 plus 1600, that equals 3364, and square root 3364 is, that means the side length is 58, right? The C is 58. You can calculate the area for this one. 48, 42 times 42, 40 times 40, and 58 times 58, right? Because all of the other shapes are square. So you just have to do 42 times 42, that would be 1764. So the area of this square is 1007. This one is 1600 and then 50. Then 58 times 58 is 3364, right? Question number 9. A Pythagorean triple is a group of three whole numbers that can represent the length of side of a rectangle. The smallest Pythagorean triple is 3, 4, 5. Which of the following are the Pythagorean triples. Pythagorean triples means they must satisfy the Pythagorean theorem, right? You are given 7, 4, and 25. The longest side is always the hypotenuse. So 25 is the hypotenuse. Let's see if it satisfies. It would be c square equals a square plus b square. C is 25 square. 24 square plus 7 square. Let's just see if they both are equal. 24 square is 576 plus 49. 576 plus 49 is 625. And 25 square is 625. You can see both sides exactly equal. That means yes, A is the Pythagorean triples, right? This is the correct one. You can check the same way for B. This is the hypotenuse. 8 square equals 6 square plus 3 square. 64, 36 plus 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. No, they are not equal. This is not the Pythagorean triple, right? Create a geometric problem that you would have to solve using the Pythagorean theorem. Write the problem and its solution. You have to write a word problem, right? So you can think of a word problem, right, and then you have to solve. Okay. Okay, you can complete by yourself later today. So we're working on grade 9 math. The chapter we're working on is measurement. The lesson we have covered are problems involving composite shapes and Pythagorean theorem. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the questions I skipped. So if you need more help with any of the question, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? So if you have any question, you can please ask. I'm here to answer your questions and confusions if you have any. You can please ask questions if you have any.